everybody, and welcome to Norwin High School. Tonight, it's the WPIAL quarterfinal matchup between the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Highlands Golden Rams. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik. John Danknich in for Landon Signorella this afternoon. Dean, we have a good crowd filling in. A lot of people made their way up from Uniontown. A lot of people down from Highlands, and an early tip, but they don't get any bigger than this.
No, Mike, and again, day games, you never know who's going to show up. I know for our team today, it's important with this team coming in 19-3, 15 games in a row. We have to get on top early. We have to show dominance. We have to have Johnny get involved early. We beat one of the best teams in the state a couple years ago, Alderdice, in the Summer League Championship game. We used that for him. Mike got up on them 13-0. They called timeout. They looked around. They never got back in the game, so that formula does work. It's going to have to work today. Wouldn't hurt if we had a couple three-pointers, too.
No, it wouldn't. Well, the Rams are a little short-handed because their coach is down with laryngitis.
Yeah, Mike, under sickness and distress, he has no voice. He lost it Wednesday. And we all know one thing, the coach's instrument is his voice. If you look down there, he has his hot tea and honey, and I gave him our special elixir, which is a bottle of water with 3 throat lozenges in it.
Yes.
They actually have signs, Mike. They're going to use signs today to call some of the plays. So he's hitting it right now. There you go.
He was thinking about it. He went back to the tee. But, yeah, the throat lozenges in the water, Harry Callis, the great broadcaster from the Phillies, came up with that idea. So that's one for a sore throat for anybody out there if you have to do a lot of talking.
I told him bring his dad back on the bench. They think alike, and he can holler, but I guess not. Now, it's going to be a question of who's going to stand up, too. If you remember, only one coach is allowed to stand up, but we're going to have to overcome that today, Mike, and one of the things is bump in the road, but you got to do what you got to do. There's no tomorrows.
Well, this Uniontown team is 19-3 under 17th-year coach Rob Kazmarski. They are the champions of Section 3 with an undefeated record in that section. It is their 68th trip to the WPIAL playoffs. This is their 48th section championship. So they're no strangers to being here, and they're led by Billy DeShields.
No doubt about it, Mike. He had 29 points against Beaver. Hit 7 3-pointers. He's not a fluke. He averages 21 per game. He's going to need some special attention. The key, Mike, is we can't let him get out in transition. You know, that's where teams like to run their offense. What I've been told, they don't have an offense. It's just basically get out in transition. I think maybe we try to throw them off a little bit, maybe junk it up a little, put somebody in his shirt, maybe a diamond one. And Little Birdie told me we could see some of those defenses today.
Well, and that's the thing about Highlands is when they're most successful, they're changing up those defenses and confusing the other team's offense. We'll see if that happens here today. Remember, the winner of this game plays the winner of Newcastle and Ringgold. That game happening at the same time as ours at North Allegheny. Also at noon, Knock playing Quaker Valley. That game's at North Hills. And at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Ambridge at Blackhawk. Those are your quarterfinals in 4A. All right. Tip-off coming up. We'll have starting lineups and more. It's Highlands and Uniontown, and it's right after this. We're back in Norwin and at the Castle, Dean.
How about that?
Time for the starting lineups.
And we are the number 5 seed, so we'll wear our dark uniform, starting number 10, Antoine McDaniels, a 6'2 sophomore, averaging 4.2 points per game. Corey Myers, number 11, 6-foot junior, averaging 10.8 per game. Don Pacey, the sophomore, great game the other night, 5'8", averages 6.2, wears number 13. The big guy in the middle, Johnny Christ, career high 29 in our first playoff game against Bell Vernon, 6'7 junior, averaging 16.4. And our point guard, number 23, Luke Hawker, 19.3 per game, 6'2 junior.
Of course, we always thank Dan Timmons from Dan Timmons Painting. We saw Dan the other night with Nick Patrician at the game out at North Hills. I'm not sure if they're here yet, but thanks to Dan.
All right, for Uniontown, they'll be dressed in their white uniforms home. They'll start number 5, Brian Grady, a 6'1 junior, averaging 7.4. Number 10, Jameer Richardson, a 5'10 junior, averaging 10.8. Number 12 is Ray Robinson, 5'10 junior, averaging 8.5. Their big scorer, number 22, Billy DeShields, 5'10 junior, averaging 22 per game. And number 23, Isaiah Melvin, a 6'4 junior, averaging 11.3 per game.
All right, so we are set to go here on a Saturday afternoon, noon tip.
And Mike, I got to talk to Tay Wattenbaugh before the game. He's a Trentham guy. His son coaches at Hempfield. Hempfield beat him, one of their 3 losses. Their only loss in Pennsylvania, by the way. The other 2 came in Garrett, Maryland during the Christmas tournament against Thomas Jefferson and Baldwin. He said the key is don't let them get in transition. We mentioned that in the pregame. Let's see what the Golden Rams can do here.
And when the Rams have had trouble this year, they've had trouble with quickness. Quick teams have beaten them, and we'll see what happens here. Though, as we said, the winner moves on to the semifinals, and they get to play into March in the state tournament.
Hopefully we learn by our mistakes, Mike. Mason Swanger late to come out of the locker room, Mike, and he doesn't have that traditional white jersey underneath.
Maybe they made him take. You know what? They probably made him take it off because it has to be the same color as the one that you have underneath. Same with. I'm surprised Pacey's allowed to wear that sleeve. So this is Pacey. Rams in their traveling brown uniforms.
Hope it doesn't affect his shooting. He had D3 the other day. There we go.
Here's Johnny.
That's what we needed to get started, Mike. Set in the pregame, get Johnny to dunk one. Hopefully get them on their heels. Let's see how Uniontown responds.
2-0 Highlands right off the bat. That doesn't hurt.
It's like they're coming out straight man-to-man to start, Mike.
This is Richardson for 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound.
Over the back, no call.
They battle, and Uniontown saved it and threw it away. They're going to say Highlands tipped it.
No.
I don't know about that. They may change it. Mike Gaffney's coming over to talk to Barnett Harris, and we'll see.
He had a better angle at it.
They're leaving it.
Oh, Mike.
Wow.
Yeah, that was definitely nobody touched that ball.
So Uniontown gets an early break, and they have the basketball. This is Melvin. He's going to take a 3, and it's down. 3-2, Red Raiders.
Yep, bad break right off the bat, Mike.
Of course, no relation to Allen Melvin.
Here they come, full court pressure. How's going to have to handle it? They do.
Myers got a 2-on-1. Myers had it and was stripped away by Bryant Grady.
Lazy dribble, Mike.
DeShields the other way, carried it all the way in, and an offensive foul as Pacey takes the charge. I believe that's on DeShields. No, it's on Melvin, 23. We're going to have trouble with the scoreboard because they got us tucked in the corner. It is on DeShields. I am right, the first time. And a better deal. 3-2 Uniontown. Myers back out top to Pacey. Gets a rough ride from DeShields. Now throws the arm out and dribbled it out of bounds. Now DeShields was right up on him, playing some tough defense. And Pacey tried to move him, but ended up dribbling it right out of bounds.
Yeah, Mike, you got to get the ball to move there. You can't not move that basket.
Right. Richardson. Now down low to Grady. Back out top to Richardson. DeShields goes baseline with a runner. That's off. Missed everything. Rebound. DeShields had it, lost it, and Robinson has it.
Yep, Johnny blocked it out there.
Ray Robinson's dad, one of the assistant coaches. That's Melvin with a little foul line jumper. It's short, and it goes out of bounds. And
that time it was off Highlands.
The Rams tip it out of bounds.
I noticed that time, Mike, they have in the shirt Corey Myers.
I knew you were searching for something over there. I just wasn't sure what it was. We got lots of room. We're not used to having all this room. Thanks to Brandon Rapp, the AD here. That's Richardson for 3, and it's down. Jameer Richardson.
Well, Mike, after that dunk, we have not responded very well.
And the Rams throw it away.
Third turnover. Highlands comes in forcing 14, but committing 14 turnovers. And again, there wasn't even challenged, Mike.
Oh, DeShields around him, man. Got around Christ. In with a runner and a blocking foul on Luke Cochran. That's the first against Highlands here in the ball game. 5:52 left of the first half, and Uniontown out to a quick 4-point lead.
Yeah, Mike, we said it was important Highlands to get off to a quick start. They did, but Uniontown's come back and matched them. That one call hurt us a little bit.
Billy DeShields, a 67% foul shooter. They're not very good from the line. He makes the first. Their best free throw shooter is Isaiah Melvin. He comes in at 70.
Yeah, as a team, Mike, they're 60%.
Thanks to folks from Uniontown Radio for stats and things. Oh, we got a nice roll on the second. That's the first 2 for DeShields. He had 29 in their 72-53 win against the 13-seed Beaver Bobcats. 8-2, Uniontown. Pacey all the way down, threw it off a foot. I think it was tipped by the toe of Bryant Grady. Highlands will keep it.
2-2-1, full court pressure, Mike. And this is the kind of stuff you cannot simulate in practice.
Into Christ. Christ shot, score, foul. Took it right into the big guy, Melvin. And Johnny's got all 4 Highlands points. Don Johnson with the call.
Veteran crew, Mike Barnett Harris, Mike Gaffney.
Oh, it's on. I'm sorry, it's on DeShields. I think it was Melvin Dean.
Yep.
And now that hurts them big time because he's their top scorer.
That's right.
Johnny Christ gets it to rattle home. That's a misidentification there.
Yep.
To Highlands' benefit. 8-5 Uniontown.
Johnny has all 5 points.
Now Richardson hands it off to Robinson.
Out there. Look at Pacey, Mike. He just right up in his shirt.
Oh, Melvin lost the handle. It's Highlands basketball.
And I like the defense they're playing on him, Mike, and now he's going to have to sit so Highlands can change their defense around a little bit. This shirt defense is becoming more popular, Mike, where you just ignore the basketball. You're eye contact to eye contact with their best scorer. Rattled him so far, he hasn't been able to get on the scoreboard except for those 2 foul shots.
Caleb Palumbo into the lineup replacing DeShields early on. And foul trouble always a key in these playoff games, and you never know which way it's going to go. Here's Myers off a screen. Drives into the basket. Dump down to McDaniel, and he lays it in.
Antoine McDaniel starting today. It's his first 2.
It's a 1-point game. Highlands has scored the last 5. This is Robinson out top. Plays catch with Richardson. Baseline Grady, runner, Grazer, rebound. Oh, and they just took it away, Grady did, as he just took it out of the hands of Myers. 4th turnover. Robinson kicked it back out. 3 balls up around, no good. Rebound is tipped. Yep. They're going to get Bryant Grady over the back.
6'1", Mike. He's their leading rebounder. And you can see down there, Coach Dodd has all kind of different signs, Mike, they're going to be using to call things. Seth Cohen into the Highlands lineup, replacing Corey Myers. 8-7 Uniontown. The Rams have seemed to find their sea legs here. And having Billy DeShields on the bench doesn't hurt. That's right. Seth Cohen missed the last game because he went to the DECA competition. Came in 4th place in the Quiz Bowl, Mike. All the way to the basket. Cochran missed it. Price taps it home. In the Johnny Price show so far, he's got 7 of the 9. And the Rams on a 7-0 run, lead at 9-8. Robinson drives in, but got shut off. Now corner to Melvin. Back out top to Jameer Richardson. Stops and pops from 15. It's off the back rim. No good. Oh, look at Johnny get up there. That one, boy. Goodness. He stayed in the air, Mike. It's amazing, huh? Here's Cochran forecourt. Drives all the way through. Needs some help. It's tipped off a hand, and Highlands will keep it. Less than halfway through this first quarter, and the Rams lead at 9-8. And now DeShields back in. Bringing him in. Myers going to come back in because that's going to be his job to keep an eye on him. And Antoine McDaniel's going to get a rest here. 3:52 left of the first quarter. Rams with a 1-point lead. Cohen off the inbound, now to Christ. Back to Cochran. Stops, pops, scores. Pull-up jumper for Luke, his first, and Highlands extends that lead to 11-8. Highlands on a 9-0 run. Uniontown is truly a mystery club, Mike. Then he played one team north of Pittsburgh. DeShields had it blocked. And here's Christ. Ahead to Myers. Drives, lays, scores. Timeout, Uniontown. The Rams on an 11-0 run. Lead at 13-8. That's what I was talking about, Mike. Getting up early and getting up quick. They are an 11-0 run now, leading 13-8. I mentioned Uniontown, Mike. They have not played one team north of Pittsburgh during the regular season. The one team they played in the playoffs above Pittsburgh was Beaver, and they were a common opponent of ours. They won that game by 19. We beat Beaver by 16. So, again, other common opponents we faced, Bell Vernon in their section. They beat Bell Vernon twice, Mike, by 44 and 49. Yeah, out. You mentioned that the other night when we were playing the Leopards. Here are the 3 teams they've lost to. 11-11 Thomas Jefferson, 10-12 Hempfield, and 8-14 Baldwin. Those are their 3 losses. Highlands has not lost to a team that did not make the playoffs. And the teams that Highlands has lost to are in the semifinals, a handful of them already. And that's that testing, Mike, we talked about. Oh, so it threw it right off a man, and Johnny stolen. Big Ash in there. The transfer, and the Rams have it. Ash, the only senior on the floor. Oh, great pass by Cochran to Cohen. He's fouled. Going to go on Bryant Grady. That'll be his second, Mike. And it fouls mounting up on the Red Raiders. That's the 4th. Andre Ash, Mike, moved in from Brooklyn. Cohen will shoot a pair. Goes to the line at 50%.
His first playoff action ever. In and out. They'll get another. Highlands on an 11-0 run. They were trailing 8-2, and they lead it 13-8.
Said did get to practice with the team yesterday, Mike. There you go.
Second is good. 14-8. Rams lead it by 6.
And look at Pacey, Mike, right in Ray Robinson's jersey. I'm sorry, it's DeShields. Pacey.
And now they're going to get a travel on DeShields as he tripped himself up trying to cut through that screen. And another turnover for the Red Raiders.
He had caught the ball, Mike, and then he afterwards traveled with it.
Highlands forecourt. They've scored the last 12 points. Pacey right side. Out to Cochran. Underneath the Cohen, but just too tall for him.
Highlands committing their 5th turnover here in the first quarter.
Stay tuned at the end of the first quarter. We have some Cager Classic announcements for you. Try to give you some names. We'll do that after the first quarter and later on also.
Yeah, going to be here March 23rd. Skills on the 22nd.
Now DeShields with a dump down inside, and a Robinson jumper's a grazer, and the rebound's put back up and in by Ash.
His first 2 off the bench.
Needs to transfer. 14-10. And what Uniontown just needed to do was stop the bleeding. Now they go high-low into Christ, and he's fouled. That'll be a common foul on the floor. That's team foul number 5 against Uniontown. 6, I'm sorry.
0.
It's on Ash.
Ash is first.
Isaiah Melvin back in the lineup, and Bryant Grady gets a rest.
They go about 8 deep, Mike.
Pacey. He goes deep. Oh, it's tipped away almost by DeShields. He almost saved it. Oh, and he goes head over heels over the Highlands bench. Did a somersault on the back end and comes up no worse for the wear. Wow.
Now they get to apply their pressure though, Mike.
And it's a funky place to inbound it on the sideline there, right in front of.
They drop it up back.
Caleb Radishek and one of the Hanson twins, Luke Kajalski.
Another thing, Mike, is being in a little bit of foul trouble too. They can't pressure as much as they normally do. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Highlands leading by 4. They're sitting in a 2-3 zone. They saw what happened the other day.
Price, yes.
Shoot over top of it. That time, got the ball into Johnny, and he makes 9th point. And Highlands lead 16-10.
It's the Rams' biggest lead of the night. Here's Richardson. Out to DeShields. Drives in, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Luke Cochran, and he picks up his second.
Yeah, he's got to be careful now. No, they're going to look like he's taking a little Pacey, Mike.
Oh, see. On the blow-by, I see.
That's good news for the Golden Rams.
My second error already on scoring. Highlands with a 6-point lead, and Cochran now is getting attended to by Mike Rizzo.
Too easy.
Yeah, but they got there quick and shut it down. Richardson has to bring it back out. Luke's got a cut on his face or something. Maybe a contact. Now the dump down and another Highlands foul.
Swanger this time.
First on Mason.
Again, can't let him have anything easy, Mike. Luke's going to hopefully get back in the lineup here. Yep.
Well, they dump it in. DeShields 3 off the move. Off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out of there nicely. It comes to Robinson, but the Rams are quickly on him. Back to DeShields. Drives all the way through. Lays it up. Missed it. Tip no good. DeShields got the rebound. Missed it again. Another try is put up and in by Ash. They killed the offensive glass that time.
Playing volleyball, Mike. 5 shots at the basket. Finally went in.
16-12. Highlands by 4. Pacey forecourt. Boy, they thought Pacey walked there, and they had a case.
Well, they want a push off too, Mike.
And another one. They got it that time.
We got to get Luke back in there. Pacey has a tendency to use that arm bar, Mike. He got caught that time.
A lot of separation. He's the Michael Irvin of Highlands basketball.
And the Uniontown faithful over there helped make that call.
So a minute to go first quarter. This one's kind of gone back and forth. Highlands had the big run, but you look up, they only have a 4-point lead. Robinson drives into the basket, but the Rams shut him off.
And it's the filling out process.
Sure.
Like you can see they're not going to let the arm bars go.
Oh, Robinson goes all the way in. Threw up a wild shot. It's no good. Rebound is tipped by Ash, and Cochran comes out of there with it.
Behind, Luke.
For the Rams. Cochran goes all the way down, and Ash blocked it. And
they're going to call
Uniontown's ball because it hit Luke as he was laying out of bounds.
It's a bad break there, Mike.
And Stosh just upset.
Looked like there was contact. Sixth Highlands turnover. Uniontown's only committed 3 so far.
Now Palumbo for 3. It's off the front rim, and it's tipped out of there beautifully.
They're getting all the loose balls, Mike.
By Melvin.
Yep, we got to get after those loose balls.
Back to Palumbo. Now Robinson between circles. 18 seconds left. Palumbo tries another 3. It's off the back rim.
Who gets this loose ball?
McDaniel.
And they got a
foul.
foul.
Get a foul. I think Caleb Palumbo is going to get caught by Mike Gaffney.
That should be one-on-one, Mike.
Palumbo's first. Yeah, I got 70.
Yeah. Unless they said the ball was out of bounds, they called it a turnover.
Maybe they did.
Yep.
No, they got a foul up on the board.
That's team 6.
Timeout Highlands. Stosh wants to talk it over. It's almost a use it or lose it one. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Highlands by 4. They have the basketball. The arrow, I think, because arrow belongs to Uniontown.
How many fouls do you have, team fouls?
I have 7.
I do too.
So they said 6.
Well,
Board has 6.
Yep. Steve would be on that for us.
Yes, he would be. Special thanks to Dan Timmons and all his help, as we mentioned. Micah Mason, thanks to him. And folks up at Mason Elite Hoops for all their support so far this season. And to Pat at A&B Pizza, thanks to him and all their help with the trivia as the season's gone on.
Without these sponsors, Mike, these games don't get on the air, so we appreciate them helping us out.
8 seconds left of the first quarter. Highlands leads at 16-12. Uniontown jumped out to a quick 8-2 lead, and then the Rams scored the next 13 points. Make it 12. They scored the next 12 points, and we're up 14-8.
Important shot here, Mike.
Oh, tipped away, and they're going to get a foul from behind. Rod Kosmarski can't believe it.
Isaiah Melvin going to get his second. I have.
So now the Rams will shoot.
That's
his first. So there's your difference.
Yep.
Christ at the line. Will shoot the 1-and-1. The Rams were 28 out of 34 the other night against Bell Vernon.
Dylan Signorella going to check in the lineup.
And as I said, Dean, the Rams are not going to shoot 34 foul shots today. That is not going to happen.
Well, Mike.
And we're on the string of 1-3. We made 1-3 against Beaver and 1-3 against Bell Vernon. And none so far today. Price hits the first.
That's a big one, Mike. Front end of a 1-on-1. Johnny has 10.
Yeah, we don't have Landon today, but we got Dylan.
How about that? Senior getting in the playoff game early. Landon's making his confirmation today, so congratulations there for Landon.
That's important.
Just a second.
Ash got the rebound. It's a 5-point game. They're not aware of the clock. Yeah, they are. DeShields fires it. Oh, and he hit the glass with it. And that's going to end the first quarter. The Rams will take it after 1. Highlands 17 and Uniontown 12.
Well, Mike, it wasn't the great start we wanted, but we sure had that nice gap in between where we had the 11-0 run, and now, again, in the lead, we have to maintain it. All
right, let's do some Cager Classic. First of all, the coaches for the boys. The East boys will be coached by Paul Sapochny of Riverview, former coach at Greensburg-Salem, and Terrence Parham from Deer Lakes will coach the West boys. They went down last night. What a great year they've had. East girls, Dana Petrushka, and West girls, Dave Petrushka. We have the mother-son deal going there.
Mother-son combination, yep.
All right, we have some players. First of all, from Apollo Ridge, Maddie Moore from the girls will be in. Armstrong, girls, Lauren Bowser and Madison Lorigan, and the boys, Jalen Price. Burrell, Logan Bitar from the boys, and Kaylin Sharrow from the girls. We've seen both of those players this year. Butler involved this year. Isaiah Scribner from the boys and Julia Gibson from the girls. Cheswick Christian, Josiah Ivanoff from the boys, and Bethany Koser from the girls. Deer Lakes will have Brad Perrott from the boys and 2 girls, Anna Solomon and Abby Beekle. We saw them a couple weeks ago. 2 boys from Fox Chapel, Ryan Kerr and Noah Marks. For the girls, Megan Friday and Grade Ritter. Freeport boys, Jalen Brown. Girls, Haley Graham. We'll get to more. Uniontown has the ball down 5.
And if you're wondering why Ethan Moore's not in there for Morton is not in there for Butler, he's only a junior.
Yeah, he'd be a definite one you'd want to look at. Nice drive to the basket by Jameer Richardson. Goes in with the left hand and scores. And it's 17-14.
Now, important for Uniontown, Mike, when they score, they get to set their press up.
Myers left side. Now to McDaniel.
They're playing straight man-to-man this trip.
Back to Cochran. Going to fire it to the corner. Open three ball. And there's a three by Corey Myers. Well, that's as many as we've had the last two games.
Hopefully that broke the dam, Mike, and there's more to come. Highlands leading here by 6 now.
20-14.
Watching the Shields in his shirt.
Matches their biggest lead. They've had it 3 times. And now driving in there is Melvin, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. He'll shoot a couple at 7:01 in a 20-14 Highlands lead. Back to some Cajun names. We have some Hampton for you. The boys, Joshua Winnick. Oh, the Winnick name at Hampton continues. And Madeline Stivus from the girls. And, of course, from Highlands, Seth Cohen from the boys. And Sarah Young from the girls. We'll have some more for you later.
First one good for Melvin. That's his 4th point.
And now we have a uniform issue with the Shields. It's a lasting Rob Kazmarski. Rob Kazmarski in that odd position of coaching Uniontown for 17 years. Do you know where he went to high school? Laurel Highlands.
How about that? He's a good player. I remember him.
He was the WPIL's leading scorer his senior year. That was back in 2000, I believe. Nice stroke from the line by Melvin, 70%. You can see where he gets that from, 20-16.
And here comes the pressure.
Swanger forecourt against Ray Robinson. Out to Cochran. Got around a Christ screen. Drives in, off the glass, and good. A great screen by Johnny. It looked like a pick and roll. Johnny went to the basket, but Luke just went with it.
Right, it was either or.
22-16. Here's a three put up and missed by Davis.
There you go.
And Highlands ball.
Shields Mike has a blood issue over there. I see they're working on his shirt. Swanger got to get the ball up, Mike. So
22-60. Oh, Mason almost had a little hiccup there, but got through with it. Here comes Johnny with it. Tried to tomahawk dunk. He goes down, missed it. Back the other way are the Raiders, and the shot is missed by Richardson, and the Rams have it. Cohen.
We get Johnny out front, Mike.
Lead it out. Back to Christ. Blocked. Wow. Hard by Grady.
That could be Grady's 3rd foul, Mike.
Yeah, he stopped the basket all right, but he may have lost the war. That's 3 on Bryant Grady. Well, Johnny went up strong that time, and it took a strong man to make sure that didn't go in, believe me.
Johnny will shoot a pair now. Rattles the first one in. He has 11. He is 3 for 4 from the line.
And he gets a second.
The Shields, Mike, has that left elbow bandaged, and I don't know if that's going to affect the shooting or not. This time Swanger decides to take the face guarding. Looks like a diamond and 1, Mike. Just right call. How about that?
24-16. Highlands by 8. That's her biggest lead.
The old coach gets one right once in a while. Now it's a 2-3. They changed.
Out of the corner to Robinson. He's open. His 3 is no good. Rebound loose. Ash has it. Put it up. Missed it. Rebound. Cohen tipped it. Swanger had it for a moment. And now they're going to get Cohen from behind on Ash, I think.
I don't know, Mike. Swanger.
Okay.
His second. Seems like when the ball hits the ground, Mike, these team rebounds, Uniontown has been dominating. We got to get on the floor.
Robinson dumps it off. Ash takes a jumper. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound. Cohen is fouled. No, they called Seth. Really? Wow.
See here. Now they're going to say Seth pushed him.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said it the whole way. I just couldn't believe it.
I don't see how he can push him when he's in front.
He was in front of him.
So well, that's interesting.
This sends Isaiah Melvin back to the line. Alrighty then. Melvin's first is no good, and Christ has the rebound.
Here comes pressure.
Cochran drives all the way through, lays it up, and scores.
His 3 baskets, Mike, have all been power dribbles.
And that's the way he did it on Wednesday night at North Hills also against Bell Vernon. Same type deal. 26-16. Highlands by 10. Another 3 is missed. Now, that could have been over the back if they really wanted to. I'm just saying. And
again, they're dominating the offensive glass, Mike.
Robinson the rebound into Ash. Knifed away, but Ash got it back. Back out to Robinson. Long 3 on the way. It's down.
Ray Robinson's
first of the game, averaging 9 points, and it's 26-19.
And again, allows them to set their pressure up.
Cochran gets a rough ride from Robinson. Out top to Kreis. On a handoff to Swanger. Here it comes. It's off the back rim. Mason took the dive trying to get the call, and Cohen fouls Ash from behind.
That's his third, Mike. Seth Cohen, a little rusty after not playing the game at Bell Vernon, gets his third foul quickly. He's going to put in line 1-on-1. Cohen will have to sit down. And Troy McDaniels go back in.
He's got 2. 2?
I thought he had 3.
So Ash will go to the line, the big guy, 56% on the year.
Good news for the Rams.
Transferred in from New York, I understand.
Brooklyn.
He's got 5. 26-20, so Uniontown scored the last 4. 4:41 left, first half.
Put a new rule in, Mike. If you transfer in after August 8th, you weren't allowed to play in the playoffs. So obviously he transferred before that date. But there's about 5 good players who are not playing in the playoffs this year.
Cochran gets a rough ride. He'll go to the line and shoot the 1-and-1 as Jameer Richardson gets in. It might be the 1-and-1, maybe 2 by now. Again, we're blocked off from the big board.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Still 1-and-1, they say. So Cochran will shoot him 75%. Elstosh just threw the flash card up, so the voice must have officially gone already.
Yeah.
Cochran will get another. 27-20 Highlands.
He's on our water, Mike. Let's see if that helps.
Luke makes them both.
With that. Warning on the coach, Mike. Head by 8 now, quickly to the forecourt.
They'll work it back over to Robinson. Tries to get around Myers, but he can't do it. Out top to Richardson. Swanger was right there, but DeShields has it back. DeShields lets a long 3 go. Oh, my goodness.
That was near the
hand
line,
in his
Mike.
face, moving sideways. He's got 5, and it's 28-23. Cochran all the way down, blocked. Cochran gets it back. Needs room. Boy, a lot of body contact there by Ash, and Red Raiders have it. Deep to DeShields, and he lays it in.
That's what you can't do, Mike. You can't let him get on transition. That time, everybody was under the basket, couldn't convert the basket, and that let them get out.
28-25. Here's Swanger. Less than 4 to go, first half. To Kreis. Kreis with a spin move, used up the dribble. Back out to Swanger. Now to Cochran. Inside the strike. Cochran dumps it down. He threw it away.
Gonna kick ball, Mike.
Lead feet ahead. Robinson tried to go back to Melvin. One too many passes. We got to travel on the Rams.
Swanger got on the floor for that one, Mike.
He did. This is Ray Robinson.
Yep, big trip for the Golden Rams, Mike.
Now DeShields, boy, he's at 5 points in a row. DeShields
How about the push off there, Mike?
DeShields lets that go. It's a grazer.
See the push off with the elbow there?
Here comes Cochran back to a wide open McDaniel. Didn't take it. Drives in. A runner. Up around, no good. Rebound DeShields. I'm sorry, it's Melvin, and he's fouled.
Yep.
Melvin fouled. Let's see who that is. Is that on Luke?
No, McDaniels, I think.
No, that's on Cochran.
No, really? Yep, it is. It's his second. We haven't done a very good job of getting who's doing the fouling here, huh?
Well, they flash him up really fast. It's a 3-point game. Highlands is led by as many as 10. And this puts Isaiah Melvin to the line, their best foul shooter of their starters.
2 for 3 so far from the line. 70% foul shooter on the year.
Short.
He's They get it.
And Uniontown didn't go for the ball there. It's almost like they thought it was 2 shots. So here's Cochran back the other way.
All right, Mike, maybe get a good.
And Cochran tried to get it down, and different pages together. Turnover Highlands at 3:02. And Pacey in to replace Luke.
9 Highlands turnovers, only 4 for Uniontown. The Golden Rams are still ahead by 3, Mike.
By the way, quite a crowd for a noon game, isn't it?
Yes. Filled to the rafters.
Palumbo in there to Robinson. And again, Rob Kizmarski trying to do his best with the Shields to keep him out of foul trouble. He's on the bench now. Oh, what a great move.
Johnny's down.
By Hooper driving to the basket. Christ made a better move to keep him away, but the foul's on Highlands.
It's on Don Pacey, his third, Mike. He'll have to sit remainder of the half.
Yeah, I thought it was traveling too, John. I know. This is Ash at the line. He gets the roll. He's got 6. And all of a sudden it's 28-26. 2 section champs going at it.
Yep. Lots of fouls.
Short. Rams free throw defense has really sharpened up at the end of the year, the last couple of games, and Uniontown struggling from the line also. Here's Swanger forecourt. Rams with a 2-point lead. 2:30 to go, first half.
1-2-2 defense for Uniontown.
Cochran right side, 3 ball up, off the rim, up the glass, and the bank is open early on a Saturday in Norwin.
He'll take it. He's got 11, and Golden Rams now lead again by 5.
Now they've doubled their output of 3s from the last game.
Yep.
Palumbo left side, baseline to Melvin. Oh, made nice move around Christ off the glass and in.
He's got 7.
31-28. Cochran to Swanger. Around a man. Back to Luke. Robinson on him. Corner to Myers, he's open. Here it comes, off the front rim. Rebound Ash. Ash did a great job eating up space in the middle for Rob Kazmarski, and now we're going to have a travel. Cochran got over there in great position and forced the traveling call.
Only their 5th turnover, Mike. Golden Rams, 1:39 to go, ahead by 3.
Swanger's open out of the corner. His 3 is in and out and in!
Mason Swanger. He hit the big 3 against Bell Vernon. Here's a big 3 there, Mike.
34-28. That one hung, looked. Melvin's 3 in and out. Rebound Christ.
Take our time. Be patient. I'd pull him out of that zone, Mike.
Sure. That's what he's telling him. High posting it to Christ. Now to Myers.
And the reason why we're not as deep as they are, Mike, and we got Pacey in foul trouble.
And you got a 6-point lead.
Yep. And we
McDaniel down to Christ with the lay-in.
We prefer them playing us man-to-man, so why wouldn't we? Johnny now with 14. Golden Rams back up by 8. Nice
inside to Ash. Christ blocked it, but they're going to get a foul. I think it's going to be Myers from behind.
That'll be his first. That was a good foul, Mike. He had position on him.
That's a first on Corey. He had trouble the other night. This is Ash. Short, and they've all been short from Andre so far.
2 for 4 from the line.
One of the 2 that he made hit the front rim and crawled over. 36-28, Highlands by 8. It's in and out. He overcompensated.
Yep, they overcompensate.
Christ the rebound. Highlands with the ball and the arrow, leading by 8. Chance for a 2 for him.
Yep. You're going to say that 3-2, Mike. Actually, they brought somebody up on John. It was a smart idea.
Timeout Highlands. 14 seconds. Yep. 36-28. The Rams lead it. Playing for 1, I would assume. Special thanks to Joe, Andy, and Dee at the Anchor Inn for all their help this year. And
we were up today tonight. Wasn't a big crowd.
Not a big crowd, yeah, exactly.
We'll be there today.
And Glenn Mills from B&J Sports, we always thank him for all his help and every clothing that we wear. Thanks to Glenn for all that. We're in uniform today, I see.
Granddaughter had a big game yesterday, Mike. She helped Peters Township win. They did the old shirt defense on their outstanding player for Peters Township, Marissa. She averages 22 games. She was held to 8 in that game. But Isabella Mills hit 5 3-pointers,
wow,
finished with 20. They are going to play Bethel Park in the semifinals. And Mike, in that semifinals, that's the 3rd time they're going to meet this year. Kind of reminds me of us and Franklin Regional last year.
Kind of does, yeah. All right, 14 seconds. Rams got to speed it up. This is Cochran leading by 8. They had cut it to 4 to 2. Myers, 3 on the way. It's down! Corey Myers at the buzzer. They have a quick shot at it. Good if it goes. It's too long. And the Rams have their biggest lead they'll take to the locker room as Myers drains one at 2 seconds left in the first half. And the Rams lead it at the break. 39 to 28. We'll take
it's working, Mike.
You got it. Take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this. Back at halftime. There's a lot of steps to come up to get back up here, by the way. Like, is your cardio good?
3.1 miles.
Okay. I wonder if your cardio was good coming back up there. Talked to Bill Beckner at halftime, our old buddy that used to be at the Valley.
He was looking for my shiny head. I resemble that remark.
Exactly. All right.
Keep them out of transition, Mike. That's the key to the second half.
It is.
And work this 11-point lead.
And what Bill Beckner told me, having seen a lot of basketball, is when Highlands plays with this kind of energy, and we know this, that they're going to be very difficult to handle. Cochran around his screen, looped it up to Kreis. He caught it, saved it for a moment. They're going to call a jump ball, and this will go to Uniontown.
10th Highlands turnover, Mike. That's the only bugaboo so far. They've committed 10. They usually commit 14 per game. So we'll give them 4 more, and that's it.
Down in the vestibule, I saw Brian and Jamie Nee. Thanks to them and all their help for B&E Home Renovations, where the B is always busy, including on a Saturday in Norwin at the Castle. The Shield's off the move. You know, the Shield's getting those 2 fouls early didn't help them. And that's kind of the way things go sometimes. Robinson's 3 is off the back rim. Rebound Kreis.
That's what you have to do right there.
Johnny tries to keep his dribble and dives. Oh, what a great athletic
look at that
move that was.
Those highlight dunks are one thing, Mike, but when you see a kid with that kind of control of his body at 6'7" in high school, that's something.
Here's Cochran. Spin move. Now back to Myers. McDaniel takes control. Now to Cochran again. Cochran drives all the way to the basket, lays it up, missed it, rebound, it's loose. McDaniel chased it, saved it, and Kreis got it back. Kreis to Pacey, the layup is missed.
Oh, God, that would be big, Mike.
Pacey stole it back, he picked his pocket like he was walking down Route 30.
Take our time.
Corner to McDaniel, they tie it up again.
And that's going to be another turnover, Mike. Good news, Highlands keeps it this time.
And the winner of this game will play the winner of the Newcastle Ringgold game. That game going on at North Allegheny right now. We'll effort to get a score for you.
You said Knock was down 10 to
Knock was down 10 to Quaker Valley. 30 to 20 at the break. There's the steal.
Floppy pass, look out.
And what a great play by Kreis to get back there.
They're going to call a foul on Johnny, Mike. I thought he was all ball.
No, it's just off Johnny out of bounds, I think. No, you're right, Dean. I'm sorry.
It'll be Johnny's first, Mike. And again, sloppy with the ball, Mike. 11 turnovers.
So at the line, it'll be to Shields. Or, no, I'm sorry, it's Melvin. He spent a lot of time there.
That one rolls in. Like you mentioned, Knock being in the quarterfinals. Ringgold beat Derry, and Freeport got beat by Ringgold, and Derry fell to Blackhawk. So we're 2-2 in section.
Melvin gets them both.
Here comes timeout.
And the Rams with a little bit of trouble there.
Pressure defense.
Lead cut back to 9, 39-30.
John, if you get a shot of the huddle, let's see how Coach is communicating with the kids, Mike. I know he has no voice. I saw him at halftime, and he was hand-signaling to the other coaches.
Yeah, I asked his dad how it's going. He says doesn't have anything left. It's already all gone. You can take a look at it right there.
Again, thank you some sponsors while we have a chance. To Boucher, John and Mel, always with us at the Boucher Agency. Highland Tires up to the other day, Mike. Got all my tires checked out for our long trip today to Norwin. They'll check your tires for free. Put some air in if you need them. Thank you, Highland Tire. Joe and Joe always know it, Latinos, and their financial services helped us out throughout the year. And we understand we have new Planet Fitness members. Is that correct?
That's right. John Danklage over here. He's in. So
he's down in Bridgeville?
Down at the Bridgeville home office.
I recommend the Sharonda Heights one. And again, John Mason, Wireless Zone, John and Michael always there to help us out. Thanks to all those guys without their sponsorship during the year. None of these games would be possible. Please help them out whenever you can in the local area.
Newcastle at halftime leading Ringgold 29-21. Newcastle played the first half without 3 of their starters. Coach's decision.
Hello. Some Minky business.
Something going on, yes. Minky. Cochran to Christ. Foul line extended.
Big trip this time, Mike, after a timeout. See if they can get something out of this.
Out of Myers.
Straight man-to-man. Union Time's going to come at him full court now, it looks like. This is where you beat him off the overplays, Mike. Like Luke right there.
To McDaniel. He's open. His three's on the way. It's in and out on a dipper. Rebound tip. Comes back to McDaniel, and he put it in. He followed his own shot.
He knew where it was going, Mike, and that's why I always tell the guys when they shoot, you know where it's going, go get it. He did that time. Highland's back up by 11. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Winner gets a trip to the semifinals and qualifies for the state.
All those things.
Ray Robinson hits his second 3.
He's got those 2 for 6. Now Cochran drives in. Nice no-look dump down to Johnny, and he lays it home.
Johnny makes a position for himself. He's got 16. Score's messed up there, Mike, by the way. I think they just corrected it. Yep, 43-33.
43-33. Highlands by 10. 5:30 to go, third quarter. Robinson feeling it. Missed that one, though, and Christ has the weak side rebound.
All right, patience, please.
Cochran with the basketball.
And, Mike, this is where you can't get into that two-man game with Johnny and Luke.
Oh, Cochran dribbles through a minefield and laid it in.
They're calling for traveling over there, but how about the push beforehand, Mike?
Well, the ball kept hitting the floor. I don't think it could have been traveling. Richardson right side, 45-33. That's Highland's biggest lead.
And Corey Myers doing a great job taking the Shields out of the game, Mike.
Shot is missed. Rebound on the weak side to Grady. Grady's shot score foul.
We're going to get Antoine McDaniels.
That's Bryant Grady's first basket of the afternoon.
He's their best rebounder, Mike. That time he did get off the rebound. Antoine's second. And, Mike, what's happening here, we're going to get a little bigger with Seth Cohen. We've got to get some offensive rebounds in general.
See, Stosh just said something to Dot down there, and he yelling the instructions out so the players can hear him. There's the three-point play by Grady. Cuts that lead back into single digits, 45-36. Nearly a steal in the backcourt, but Luke able to control it. Double dribble. No, the ball was tipped away. That can't be a double dribble. That's not a good call. If the ball was tipped away, you're allowed to go get it and dribble it again. Am I wrong?
Exactly right. It's change of possession, basically. And I thought basically it was being bumped the whole time, too. I thought they were going to call the foul on Grady. They didn't. I was going to have to go to work on the defensive end now.
Out of the corner to Richardson. He drives into the paint.
Yep.
Blocked by Cohen, but fouled by Cohen.
What happened that time, Mike? They got him off his feet. Johnny, and Seth had to commit the foul.
It's his third.
The one thing you don't want to be doing, Mike, is with this lead shutting the clock off. And
right.
Golden Rams have done it a few times in this half.
So this is Jameer Richardson, a 62% foul shooter at the stripe. 4:37 left third quarter. The first is good.
He's got 6.
45-37. You figure they got one good run in him at least.
Well, Mike, again, we have to keep them out of transition.
In and out, and they've about 50-50 from the line tonight. And in games like this, that's not going to work. And the Rams, we said, they shot 82% on Wednesday night. Cochran to Christ, lays it up and scores, and draws the foul.
Johnny now with 18, Mike, and they're going to the formula I asked for in the pregame. Let Johnny touch the ball on every trip. That time he did, he converts. And that foul is on Ash. That's his second.
Rams are 7 for 9 from the line today. 8 for 10. And if you're going to shoot 80% from the foul line, you have a chance to make a run in a playoff tournament.
And again, give Corey Myers credit, Mike. Look at the job he's doing on the Shields. Right in his shirt. Ball almost turned over. Looked like they did.
Now Richardson stops and pops and missed it. Rebound, Johnny has it. Highlands by 11 again with a basketball.
Looking to run a little bit.
Cochran forecourt. Right side, McDaniel is 3. Is down. Antoine McDaniel. And it's 51-37. Timeout, Uniontown.
All of a sudden, Mike, the Golden Rams find themselves up by 14. And on a great run, improving on that 11-point halftime lead.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that game 50 years ago. I was going to dial up music, but that's too late now. But
great time to bring it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, 50 years ago today, Mike, Highlands played Uniontown, and they won that game 61-52. It, too, was a quarterfinals game. It was our first year in existence, and we won before a crowd of 12,000 at the Civic Arena. We don't have quite 12,000, but I bet there's a good 2,000.
There's a big crowd in here. Did you get some of the names from that?
Yep, Paul Velasic had 18 points in that game. Bill Chatta, 17 rebounds.
And?
Our old buddy Frank Watucky wore the protective mask, Mike. He had a broken nose. He broke it in the Kiski game. Talked to him today. I said, how many did you have in that game? He goes, I can't remember yesterday.
I thought you were going to say he broke it not on the court.
They got him in the Kiss game. He had a word. He goes, that was an old-fashioned hockey mask, too. They don't make them like that anymore.
Oh, DeShields with a nice dump down to Ash, and he lays it in.
Ash had that big body in position. Johnny didn't want to foul him. He now has 8.
8 points off the bench for Andre. 51-39 Highlands. And the Rams ringing up the points here in this game. They scored in the 80s the other night.
Two well-coached teams, Mike. They're getting stuff out of the timeouts, which you like to see.
Myers going to walk right around Ash and lay it in.
Corey Myers now with 10. His average, and the Golden Rams back up again by 14.
53-39 Highlands. DeShields forecourt. Oh, tipped beautifully by Myers. Stolen by Cochran, but he's 1 on 4. Cohen saves the day. Over to McDaniel. Now off the roll to Cochran. Back out to Antoine. Gave up the dribble. Christ left side. 3 minutes left, third quarter. Highlands by 14.
Golden Rams looking to make it to the semifinals for the third time in 4 years, Mike.
Cochran. Yeah, really. That's a pretty amazing thing. Did you know that Tyler Stachinsky has a higher winning percentage in the playoffs than he does in the regular season?
That's something.
McDaniel on a great pass.
By Johnny. Great pass by Johnny. McDaniels now has 9. He's been big, Mike.
Now, big third quarter for Antoine. 55-39.
They just threw it out of bounds, Mike. Unforced turnover there, 8. Golden Rams have possession, leading by 16.
2:27 left of the third quarter.
Luke getting the rough ride.
The way this is looking, we didn't have to rush through the Cajun names. I don't want to get ahead of myself. We're going to have a foul off the ball. It's going to be on Melvin. He held Johnny. He held him trying to work through the screen.
That'll be his second. He's not happy about it.
That's 2 on Uniontown second half.
Now, Mike, I would go into the backcourt. A lot of catches ball back there.
Cochran, left side around Robinson. Robinson gave him a rough ride, but he made a nice move.
Nice
Dumped down to Cohen. It's off his hands, and Robinson has it. Walked with it, got away with it. He rolled over with it. See, the ball wasn't moving.
That's could have been over and back, Mike.
DeShields forecourt, goes all the way in and drew the foul. So DeShields will shoot 2 at 2:01, I think. Let's see what Don Johnson says.
This will be Corey Myers, his second.
It's on Myers, they say.
Yep. Don't like to see that clock turned off, though, Mike. Let it roll. That's our friend.
The Shields missed the first. They'll get another.
Again, just shows their leading scorer, 21 a game. Corey Myers done a great job defensively on him, holding him to 7 so far. He's got that elbow bandaged up, Mike. Got a cut on it early.
The Shields only with 9, 55-40. Cohen gets a rest. We'll set them for you. Pacey, McDaniel, Cochran, Kreis, and Myers.
Here comes the pressure, Mike. That's what they can do after they score. They got the pressure.
And Pacey gets it across against the double team. Splits the double team. Nicely. Corner to Myers. Here it comes. Off the front rim. Rebound Melvin. Push from behind by Myers. No call. Loops it back to the Shields. 1:40 left third quarter. Step back 3 to Shields, and he sticks it.
Yeah, Mike, don't let him get started. He's got a dozen.
55-43. Back to 12. Oh, Kreis with a nice big man move. Myers around a man. Left Melvin in the air, and Ash blocked it. Robinson forecourt. He stops and pops. It's long.
Nobody.
The rebound, Ash is there.
Nobody there, Mike. We're getting beat up on the offensive glass.
Ash into double figures with 10.
Again,
55-45.
This is what they want to do to you.
Myers. Hey, oh, Johnny had a hand on it. Just went through his hands. I think that was a good pass, too.
Yep. Well, there's number 14 turnover, Mike.
That's your magic number all the time, isn't it? You don't want to go over that many.
No.
Stosh having a word with, as much as he can anyway, with Corey Myers on the bench now.
Getting a little sloppy there, Mike.
I think that was we didn't need that speech.
Yeah, I think so.
But that would have ended the game if it would have gone in.
Yeah. Oh, how about that?
The Shields made his own room and shot an air ball. You never know with Dom out there.
Yeah. All right, here comes the pressure.
The Oscars are next week, and I'm sure Dom's up for a couple of them. But he did get moved that time.
It's actually this Sunday, and I'm hosting, Mike.
There's no host.
I'm hosting.
You might as well. They couldn't get anybody else.
Hey.
They'll be talking about you on Twitter.
There you go.
Yeah. Here's Pacey.
I doesn't get out of his two-man stack. Don't get sloppy with it.
Cohen has it. 24 seconds left of the third quarter.
That's the combination, Mike. Got to have it in Luke's hands and Johnny down low.
Rams led by 11 at the break. They lead by 10 now. The arrow belongs to Uniontown.
This is called tiger paws, Mike. All they do is come off screens and keep popping out.
12 seconds.
Time off, yep. Try to get something to the basket now.
Cochran.
There it is. Tiger paws. Perfect.
And that's it. The quarter is over. The Rams expand that lead by a point. And after 3, Highlands 57, Uniontown 45.
And Mike, again, tiger paws. We take that from the Clemson Tigers. And you see what they did basically? They take guys that keep pulling them out, shuffle cutting until they got the ball to rack. Luke racked it. He now has 15 and gives a chance to finish up Cager Classic. Do you have anybody? You got your group?
No, I got them through, yeah.
Okay, Kiski is going to have Ryan Wallace, Nick Smith for the boys, and the girls is Dara Zalonka. Knock will have Julian Sanks. They don't have a senior girl this year. Leechburg, John Miskinnis, and Audrey Skill for the girls. For Mars, we'll have 2 boys. Andrew Recchia, great player. Brandon Caruso. For the girls, also gets 2. Taya Johnson, Haley Fredericks. Plum. Boys will be Lamar Whitting. He's a 1,000-point scorer. And Chase Fink. For the girls is Kelsey Zink and Alex Slay. Rearview boys, Noah Black. Remember him, Mike? I mentioned
I do.
His grandfather was Dick Black. Again, they have no senior girls. For St. Joe's, it'll be Granton Bennis for the boys, Abby Book for the girls, Springdale, Mike Drolnicek for the boys, and the girls will be Caitlin Alger. For Valley, it's Noelle Carter for the boys, and Aviana Perkins for the girls, and West Shamokin Carson DeWitt boys, Aaron Chrisman girls, and we have a special guest girl. I'll talk about her in a minute.
All right, there's a 3 put up and missed, and Cochran has the weak side rebound.
As we start the 4th and final quarter, Hines has that 12-point lead, Mike.
Now to Cochran.
Got to get some good shots out of this, Mike. They're coming out straight man-to-man.
Cohen against Grady out there, and he gets it to McDaniel, and now Cochran controls it.
And again, we talk about Uniontown speed, Mike. You can't simulate this. That's what makes this tough. in practice. They're a quick team, but Highlands is trying to hang on to it.
Tough pass for McDaniel to control, but he did a good job there.
Trying to take some time off the clock, working a little offense this time.
Don threw it into some legs.
That's a kickball.
Now, I wouldn't call it a kickball. I think he threw it into his legs, actually.
Let's see what they're going to do.
Mike Gaffney's doing something here, coming over to the table.
Yep.
It's on Seth Cohen.
Yeah. Seth likes to do that, Mike. He likes to jump on the pile. Unfortunately, you can't do that. It's not football. But you get a scholarship in football. You go to Clarion and play quarterback. So
that's 5 against Highlands.
Yeah, unfortunately.
57-45.
That was a jump ball till he jumped on.
Here's Robinson. All the way to the basket, lays it up and scores.
Too easy.
That's his first basket that wasn't from outside the arc. And now we got a foul by Robinson.
Yep. 10-point game, 7 minutes to go. Special guest of the Cager class this year from Peters Township, Isabella Mills. We mentioned her earlier. Mike, she will make an appearance for Grandpa. Very nice.
And next break, I have scores. We'll give those to you. Here's Cochran, forecourt. Out to McDaniel.
10-point lead. Antoine's got to be careful at midcourt line, Mike.
2 other quarterfinals going on right now. Here's Cochran now. Rams want to be patient. They lead it by 10. They got cutters all over the place. Here's Pacey. Back to Myers.
We will take the layup, though, Mike.
McDaniel. Yeah, this looks like something you could have seen from Tom Myers back in the day.
That's right, yep.
Foul is on Brian Grady. Here are the scores that we have. After 3... at North Allegheny, Newcastle 44, Ringgold 33. Also after 3 at North Hills, Quaker Valley 39, Knock 31. The 2 other quarterfinals that are going on now.
And later on we'll get to Newcastle.
Price had it knocked away by Melvin.
Ambridge is playing Blackhawk at 3 o'clock.
And that game's at 3 o'clock,
yep.
Right. And that's at North Allegheny also. Yep. Girls game in between, I think.
Yes, 1:30.
A lot of triple headers today. We're on the Wednesday-Saturday program. Lead it up to Christ. He tried to tip it, but Melvin had good position that time, and he stopped Johnny from getting there.
15 turnovers, Mike.
Robinson all the way down. Threw it behind the basket. You're going to say Highlands tipped it. Johnny might have got a piece of it at 6:21.
Gorham Rams have to go work on defense now, Mike.
Rams by 10. Difference so far is a 22-point second quarter. Oh, nice move by DeShields. Uses the glass and puts it in.
Again, he averages 21 a game, Mike. He has 14.
57-49. It's an 8-point game. Myers to Cochran. Around the Christ screen.
Right there, perfect.
There's the Johnny. Couldn't get it to go, but he's fouled.
That foul's on Isaiah Melvin. That'll be his 3rd, Mike.
So you were calling that pick and roll, weren't you?
Yes.
You had that up.
Should be a 2-man game right now.
When we have a good high view of this. You can see everything from up here.
Yep.
And he might have just been a tad late getting off that, rubbing off the screen. He'll shoot 2. And Johnny's been 4 for 5, 5 for 6 from. It's another thing. The games get bigger. That's 20 for him. You see how he raises his game, and especially at the foul line, he's shot in the 50s all year.
Up at 60% coming in.
I think he was 9 for 10 the other night.
And Coach got the number 2 up, Mike, whatever that means.
They need to, go sophisticated like football and get the pictures of people. And
Don Johnson's having a talk with Johnny.
Johnny have an issue?
What's wrong?
Is Johnny bleeding? He is.
Yeah.
They're going to make him take him out. Mason Swanger's going to come in.
Okay, they're going to let him out.
The old Mike Rice move if they needed it. Mason's 4 for 4 this year from the foul line.
I wonder why Johnny's bleeding, Mike. It's been a hard-fought game both ways. 5:57 to go. Highlands with that
air ball.
Yep. I guess he didn't like.
He needed that extra little bit of DNA that they took off of him. 58-49.
Highlands ahead by 9.
Johnny 6 for 8 from the line. The Rams have only missed 3 foul shots today. Again, that's an ingredient in this.
Myers back on DeShields, getting help.
DeShields in trouble. Put it up, missed it. Christ the rebound again. Johnny had 16 rebounds the other night. He's probably right about there now.
Yep, got to be patient now, Mike, but get a good shot.
5:30 to go. Pacey out of the corner.
I would go high-low again, try to get that pick and roll.
Myers.
Yep, they're denying Luke the ball.
Myers has it knocked out of there by DeShields. Highlands will keep it.
And again, where you're at in the game, Mike, and where the ball is, you can go backcourt here and work 10 seconds off. That's not a bad thing.
This Uniontown team comes into this game winners of 15 in a row. But they didn't leave Fayette County often. 3 ball. Cochran off the rim, no good. Rebound Ash.
It's a good look, Mike.
Yeah, it was. Robinson, right side. That's a 3 by Richardson. And they're going to call the... It goes in, and he draws the foul.
It hit the thing, Mike. It hit the stand.
Yeah, it hit the guide wire up top.
So that's no good.
That deflected the ball into the basket. But still, the point being, he's still shooting 3 of them.
It's okay. I'd rather have that than him shooting 4 for 4. Who's the foul on?
It's on Cochran, I believe. That's 3 on Luke.
Yep.
So this is Jameer Richardson, a 62% free throw shooter. Missed the first, he'll get another.
He's 1 for 3 so far. And again, better than going in, that's for sure.
Second by Richardson. That one's good. 58-50. Quietly, Uniontown has it back in single digits. 5 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. He gets the second.
3 out of 5, and all of a sudden, 7-point game now. Golden Rams need to go to work. Johnny's got to touch it, Mike.
Cochran threw it up in the air. Stolen by Melvin.
16th Highlands turnover.
Looped it to Robinson. Robinson's three's on the way. It's good.
You can't let him go, Mike.
58-54. It's a 4-point game. Highlands led by as many as 16 in the third quarter.
Gotta work on defense now. Gotta get the offense back started, Mike.
Johnny Kreis out top. Now Antoine McDaniel. Dom Pacey back to Kreis. Uniontown crowd alive across the way. Kreis with it now. 4:10 to go. Cochran found the lane and fouled at the top of the key.
Woo! 4 minutes to go here, Mike, and it's gotten tight here. 58-54. Richardson gets his second.
Next one will be the 1-and-1. That's number 6 against Uniontown. 58-54.
We'll get something out of this, Mike.
Here's Myers for 3. It's down.
That was a big one, Mike. Corey Myers now with 13, and that's a big 3 for Corey.
And 3 from downtown. 61-54. The 3 is missed. It's loose. It's Highlands ball. Off of Ash. Oh, write that Myers 3 down.
Yep.
That might be as big as the Swanger 3 on Wednesday night.
Yeah, for sure, Mike. Corey now has 13.
Price backcourt. Now to Cochran. Watch out from behind. Luke able to get it across, and now Johnny takes it at 3:45. They cut it to 4, but that big 3 by Myers. And now a foul. It's going to be on Ray Robinson.
That's a good call, Mike. He held Luke going through. We're shooting 1-on-1s yet?
Yes, we are. This is the 17th foul. Cochran will go to the line. A 75% foul shooter. 2 for 2 tonight. I keep saying tonight, but you all know what I mean. Watch the game at night and make it seem like it's at night.
It will be 7 o'clock.
It will be. 7 o'clock, Tuesday night, Channel 190. Short on the first. Melvin the rebound. Those are the ones you hate the most, the front ends.
Miss those 1-on-1s on the front.
Those hurt. DeShields forecourt. Gets it back. Corner to Richardson. His 3 is short. Rebound Antoine.
The ball to John. There we go. Luke, let's go.
Watch out from behind, but Cochran controls it again. Out to Kreis. Clock winds down to 3:05. Little lefty by McDaniel is missed. And that should be a foul on Ash for swinging that arm, but they're going to get McDaniel.
Can't be turning the clock off, Mike. Yep.
And Ash will shoot the 1-and-1.
Had a great look there, Mike.
3 minutes exactly remaining. Highlands 61, Uniontown 54. At the Castle at Norwin High School.
Ash 2 for 4 from the line.
61-55. Ash another. No good. Rebound Cochran. 6-point lead for the Rams. Cochran forecourt. Offensive foul. You had to be looking for that one, Barnett. That's 4 on Cochran.
You've got to be careful now, Mike.
Player control foul, so Uniontown will just inbound it.
Tough call.
Stosh, a few thousand words for Dan Robinson.
That was Barnett Harris made that call, Mike.
Yeah, he did. Timeout, Rob Kaczmarski. 2:49 to go. The lead has been cut to 6, 61-55. They knew it wouldn't be easy.
It never is. Like up in 5A where we played last year, upset, Sharp Valley upset Woody High. That sets up a semifinal against Mars. Frank Original lost to Moon 64-48, so Moon will play Penn Hills. All those games will be on Tuesday. Again, the winner of this game will play Wednesday.
Right, Wednesday night. If Highlands is fortunate enough to get through, and if they would play Newcastle, for instance, you would figure that one would be a 6 o'clock game because Newcastle brings so many people. They want their people in and out of the gym. So if Highlands does move on to play Newcastle, I think we'll be playing at 6. We have a final. Quaker Valley's beaten Knock 49-43. Quaker Valley beat them by like 28 points the first time they played, and Knock made it a 6-point game. Knights cut the lead to 3 with less than a minute to go, but couldn't close it out. And as Scott Briggs puts on his Twitter, Knock now becomes Quaker Valley's biggest fans. They need the Quakers to win it all for Knock to make the state playoffs.
That's how it works, Mike, the winner.
So Knock is out. Quaker Valley from Section of Death has advanced.
Coach Dott was doing most of the talking there. As he said, Coach Koczynski doesn't have a voice, Mike, so this last 2:49s will be big, and we have a...
They weren't ready for the inbound the ball yet.
They were playing the music, and let's see what Highlands does defensively here now.
So this is Robinson backcourt.
2:48 to go.
Richardson left side. DeShields. Rams have done a good job on DeShields. Only 14.
And again,
inside.
That's Highlands ball, Mike.
It is. Cohen bothered Ash, and Ash put the last paw on it. It's Highlands basketball at 2:34 to go with a 6-point lead. And again, free throw shooting becomes so important here down the stretch. Cochran able to get it across. He's got to be careful. He's got 4. And that'd be the worst thing that would happen to Highlands right now.
Handling.
Although then Uniontown might let down, like if Robbie Carmody fouled out or something, if you remember.
Yep, I was there.
Looping feed to Cochran. 2:15 to go. Myers right side.
You thought
inside
about it.
to Cohen. Cohen to Pacey.
One of those
Stosh quickly said, get it out to him.
We don't need it.
Myers. Kreis drives to the basket, lays it up,
and scores,
shoots and scores, and draws the foul.
That might be the one, Mike. That might be the one.
And Johnny let out a primal scream when he was on his back on the floor there.
Melvin commits the foul.
63-55.
Write that down, 63, Mike. Highlands averages 66 a game. They get 64. And Johnny with 23 of those.
After 29 in the first game. Highlands by 9. The winner plays Newcastle on Saturday. That game's gone final. Ash gets the rebound and puts it in. Newcastle wants a timeout. We'll give you the final. Newcastle 64, Ringgold 62. Drew Cox with 22, 18 of them in the second half. I'm assuming he's one of the fellas that didn't play much in the first half. Michael Wells with 15 for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. If Highlands wins, they'll go from the Red Raiders to the Red Hurricanes.
Mike, we've had a little success against them over the years. Last time,
for instance. Yep. Last time Highlands went to the championship game a few years back.
That guy in the suit on the right.
Jameson Nee had a lot to do with that.
Yep.
So Newcastle has advanced into the semifinals.
So we have everybody set except for this game and the Ambridge Blackhawks,
which will be later, and that's going to be a war. That's a section matchup. Third time they'll play each other.
And I believe they split during the season. Coach Mark Jula. Boy, I'd love to get to the finals against Jewel, but that's thinking ahead too much. Let's take care of business right here first.
I think we're very happy that we're to this point. If I'd have told you on the way in that we'd have a 7-point lead with 1:46 to go, I think you'd take that.
Sure would, Mike.
And now you're going to get the ball in the right guy's hands and make your foul shots, and I think you get out of here. You said 3 semifinals in 4 years. That's pretty darn good. Myers all the way through. Myers all the way to the basket.
Yes, nobody stopped Corey Myers. He went right in and laid it in. He's got 15, and more important, the Golden Rams are up by 9.
The Shields threes off the iron. Rebound. Cohen had it, lost it.
No foul.
The Shields throws it back in, and the dunk by Melvin.
Congratulations.
66-59. And they want a foul. Coach Kaczmarski saying, that's enough of the other stuff. We just got to foul them. This is how Highlands got the 34 free throws the other night.
Yes, sir. What a play by Corey Myers, Mike.
This will be Johnny's 10th trip to the line tonight. He's made 7 out of 9.
Still a one-on-one situation. He's got to knock these down.
First is on the way. It's short. Oh, but Cohen got the rebound. Johnny dodged for it.
Timeout
saves it. Timeout Highlands. How about that?
Woo! It's my Ric Flair impersonation.
Ric Flair's birthday yesterday. Did you hear about were you there?
Oh, I was there at the party.
I figured you were at the party.
No,
Did you see your buddy Chuck Barkley?
I saw them all.
Rick turned 70.
What a night.
What a night it was, I'm sure.
And I overnighted it right back, the old red eye.
The red eye for Charlotte. I don't even know where the party was. Woo, exactly.
Not miss this one for the world.
So, let's reset it. 1:17 to go. Highlands leads at 66-59. They'll have the basketball. Rob Kaczmarski's in the fouling business right now, as he was telling his players. Again, this Uniontown team has won 15 games in a row coming into this game. They last lost, I believe, in Maryland or someplace.
Yeah, Maryland against Baldwin in the second day of the tournament.
Because you obviously go to Baldwin to play Maryland, Maryland to play Baldwin and DJ.
Yeah, that was crazy. I guess it was a nice trip for them. For all we know, Maryland might be closer to Uniontown than we are to Uniontown.
Actually, it is. Actually, it is. You know, back in the old days when they didn't have Powerball and all that stuff up here and you had to go to Maryland for it, that was a nice Sunday afternoon drive sometimes.
A lot to go in the backcourt and get it, Mike.
It's not a backcourt, people. Relax. They foul Cochran.
Can't see if that's number 10 yet or not.
We'll listen to the PA guy here. That's 9.
9? We've got to knock these one-on-ones down, Mike. Luke again, 75% from the line.
You know how I know it's 9?
Yeah.
We missed the first 2 front ends.
That'll do it. Let's make this one.
Cochran missed 1. Christ missed 1. This will be Luke's second try at it. He's 2 for 3 tonight. If he'll make this because this is his average, 75%. So he'll be 3 out of 4 after this goes in. Oh goodness!
Come on, Luke.
I guess it's 2 shots.
Yeah,
it is 10.
Thank God.
They didn't change the board until after he started shooting.
That's a good thing. Come on, Luke. We need these, bud.
66-59. It's still a 3-possession game. That one's good. Oh, in and out. Rebound. Christ had it. They battle for it. It's on the floor.
He knocked it out.
Cochran knocked it out. But that's great hustle by Highlands there. Brown shirts are on the floor. The white ones don't appear to be, and that's a good sign.
We're making it interesting, Mike. And smart idea here, Mike, to get Luke out on defense.
Right, because he's already with 4 fouls.
Yep.
They're just shooting threes anyway. Richardson lets it go. Short. Tipped by Melvin. Out to Robinson. Back to Richardson. DeShields left side. Gets a man in the air. His three is an air ball.
What a job by Corey Myers on defense.
Nothing winds time like a bunch of offensive rebounds. Robinson's three is off the rim. Myers tipped it out of bounds to give everybody a rest.
Great job.
Good deflection there.
Yep. I cannot say what a job Corey Myers done on defense. He's known as a three-point shooter, but boy, he played defense here tonight.
That's a three by Richardson, and they
over the top.
Can't hit him.
Yep.
They keep missing him. Highlands ball at 42 seconds. 7-point lead. Cochran back in, Cohen out.
Let's get one more here, Mike.
Stush, he can't talk, but he's giving the universal signal for box out.
Oh, geez, he threw it away.
Yeah, he did. They were trying to throw it to Johnny, but he zigged when he should have zagged, I guess. Robinson forecourt. Now to Melvin. Richardson, long three. That one's off the rim. Rebound, Ash back up. No. Rebound, Melvin on the weak side. Christ blocked it. Ash shot.
Do not turn the clock off.
Basket. We'll see if the basket counts.
Yeah.
It is a good basket by Ash.
You don't want to turn the clock off there.
66-61. A chance to cut it to 4 at 28 seconds.
Did they count the basket, Mike?
They did.
So it's one. Yeah.
But they changed their mind.
Yeah, yep.
No, okay. 66-61. Ash gets one. He missed it.
They need a rebound.
McDaniel the rebound. And they foul Antoine in the backcourt. So McDaniel will go to the line and shoot a pair at 26 seconds. Highlands leading it by 5, and they've been so good recently shooting free throws, and it's left them here in this fourth quarter. McDaniel 74% on the year.
And he'll shoot 2.
They're going to ice him.
What do we got? I think somebody fouled out.
Antoine's tying his shoelace.
And that's Melvin who's going to walk the plank with 5. Right? All right.
McDaniel with the line. First on the way. It's good.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one, Mike.
That's 10 for Antoine. Is that what you have?
Yes, sir. Big night for Antoine.
McDaniel, Cochran, Christ, Myers, all in double figures.
That's a bigger one. No fouls. No fouls.
7-point lead. DeShields lets it go. It's no good. Corner rebound. Cohen to Cochran. He's fouled with 18 seconds to go.
Can we get Courtney and Dana on board? Is it time to start the bus?
Not yet.
I'm going to go to the bus. Everybody on their feet for the Golden Rams, and everybody sitting down for Utah. Can't think of a better scene, Mike.
There was Dom Pacey's 16 that was the extra scoring that we needed Wednesday. Tonight it's 15 for Myers and 11 for McDaniel as Cochran hits the first.
And Wednesday night, we will be playing Newcastle. Site and time to be determined.
I'm going to guess 6 o'clock at North Allegheny.
That's my guess, too.
Here's DeShields.
Great mind think alike.
69-61. A three is a dipper. Rebound, Christ tipped it to Cochran. Courtney, start the bus. The Rams to the semifinals for the third time in 4 years.
Final score, Highlands 69, Uniontown 61. And that breaks their 15-game win streak. And more importantly, the Golden Rams are on to play Newcastle Wednesday night. We'll be there. Hope you are too. What an effort tonight by both teams, Mike. But again, give Highlands credit. When it got tough, they dug deep, and they pulled this one out just like we said in the pregame. Get up and stay up.
Hey, Joe, Andy, and Dee, I'm hungry. I think we'll come see you.
I agree.
I think it's a good idea. Once again, thanks to Brandon Rapp here, the athletic director at Norwin, for all his help. John Dankus for sitting in on camera. Once again, that final score, Highlands 69 and Uniontown 61. The Rams will play Newcastle Wednesday. For the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik. So